What up, y'all? We here with not a music review. We here with a TV show review. Raising Kanan. First episode came on March 7th. And I watched it. And when I watched it, like I got a lot from the episode. And I got a lot from the episode that I know most people probably didn't get, because most people watch these shows and they're looking for drama. They're looking for chaos. They're looking for a killing, somebody getting hurt. They're looking, who's the next person going to die? They're looking for, the deals, the drug deals, and most looking for sex, basically. A lot of that kind of didn't happen. All right, so when the show started, it started with Unique the way it ended. It started with him rolled off in the ditch. I think most of us knew that he wasn't dead, and that's where it really kind of set the tone for the episode, which was we're gonna go way back in the time to kind of catch you up. And it literally said, we're gonna show you how we got to this part. So it showed you basically like everything that was happening around that led to Unique kind of being in the ditch and then popping up over his brother's body at the end. Basically, that's where it started. Him walking up, boom, how we got here, and it kind of went into that. So, I made some notes. So I'm gonna reference these notes because that way I, talk a little clearer, basically. So basically, the first episode was really deep. It had a lot of moments that it damn near brought tears to my eyes. I'm gonna start with Marvin and Lou. Hearing Marvin and Lou both give their views of their dad, and you can feel the hurt from both of them. When Marvin said, "Man, I love that dude," like that kind of hit me in the solar plexus. Man, I love that dude. Like I was like, dang, like. He said it so passionately, like you had to feel it. Basically, he said, "Man, I love that dude." His muscles felt like they were mine. It gave to me. It gave like that. To him, his dad. I believe to him, his dad was a superhero. Like he loved his dad. He was a superhero. We seem to miss that feel a lot in our black communities. While Marvin was angry for what he did, it came from a place of love. So while he had this unwavering love for his dad, his anger came from the fact that his dad left the way he left, basically. And that was obviously from getting the story from he committed suicide, took himself out. So he was mad at that fact, but that was his anger, his reason for the anger with his dad was the fact that he took his life. Now Lou, on the other hand, Lou felt and understood what he did. Like he felt. And when you realize where Lou's character is in this show, it kind of makes sense that he can understand why his daddy did it, because Lou's kind of on the same path of not really caring about living. He's contemplated with suicide himself. Unique was about to get him up out of there, or the first episode before the bar lady, I forget her name, comes out there and brings him back in, but that boy is about to be ghost. But so Lou felt he understood what his dad did, and he quoted a notable 50 Cent line. He said, "Death gotta be easy because life is hard." Like I thought that was a nice little tidbit.
Death gotta be easy because life is hard.
It'll leave you physically, mentally,
and emotionally scarred.
Like I thought that was a nice tie-in with one of 50 Cent's probably one of his best songs, Many Men, basically. So. It kind of alludes to his dad taking his way. He says, life has been really hard, so death got to be the easy way out. Like, you kind of grow to understand that. Next, when Kanan gets his homework assignment, he has this homework assignment where he is to talk about one of his grandparents, and it was kind of hard. He didn't have any relationship with any of them, so he wanted to do it on something else. Now, notice that I don't know if that's a principal or a counselor. She would not let him stray from that. She was like, this is the assignment, figure it out. She already talked to Raquel. She kind of said, no, they're around. I thought that was, she always doing something. Like, we love Raquel though. But so Kanan, when he finally pulls up on the grandma, she's willing to tell him, she's willing to talk to him, but she says something specifically that I found I found was really touching as well. You know, she said, I'm telling you, and making sure to and she made sure to elaborate on this part, which is, this is how I feel and how I seen it. And I felt that was very deep, that, you know, she stressed that this is how I feel and how I seen it. And, you know, the fractured relationship between her and her kids. So it's like, when you even listen to Lou, you listen to Marv, like everyone was at a different part of life. And then everyone had probably a different view and different feel on how everything happened and came about. And so that's why she made sure to elaborate. This is how I felt. So I'm gonna give you my story. So I thought that was another deep moment as well. And then, oh man, when we get to Raquel, like, Kanan did all he's basically piecing his whole story together, man. And no, he didn't talk to Uncle Lou, he didn't talk to Marvin, he didn't talk to the grandma, like he didn't talk to everybody he pretty much wanted to talk to. And then walks in his room, hey Kanan, like she always heard friendly chipper say, hey Kanan, like what you doing? Like she's always with it. And then Kanan, like, she asked Kanan, she was like, yeah, like you don't want to hear my story, you know, about Grandpa's dad, basically. And then he hit her what he hit her with, basically, no, I don't want nothing from you. He hit her with what he usually hits her with. And this is what she said next, like that part, like what she said next. And she said, she told Kanan, she said, I don't care if you hate me, I still love you. I don't care if you hate me, I still love you. Anyways. And I know, and it's like, I know she has a messed up way of showing her love and care, but it's no doubt in my mind, like she love that boy. She do love that boy. And it just comes off in a funny way, but I think that also ties in, hold on, I'll get back to that. That's what I was getting to. I think it ties into the fact that she didn't have her dad either, and I think that's how it messed her up. That's why they say the dad is very important in the household. The boys grew up to still look a certain way, but the dad not being in the household messed Rock up tremendously as well. And then their strained relationship from their mother as well. So you have Rock, who's probably more in a guy role, masculine role, than she probably should be, because that's what she grew up. She grew up with her brothers, basically. She didn't have a close relationship with her mom, so it was her brothers. So it's like you're seeing this basically a female Marvin and Lou. That's kind of how it's coming off. She only knows how to show it, how she knows how to show it. She has not been shown anything better herself growing up. So it was just the way that it was. She was like, you can hate me, love me, but at the end of the day, Kanan, like, I love you. And it's like, I think we probably all seen situations like that, been in situations like that where, you know, it's a strained family relationships or whatever, but though that's still family. And I seen the way Kanan looked back, like he looked like, who the fuck? He looked like, who the fuck are you? Who just said, like, and I feel like that moment is probably going to be a turning point between his and her relationship. I could be wrong, but that's just how I felt. It was the look on his face. Like I felt like those words hit him as much as they hit me in that moment as well. You know, when you watch these shows, you know, I feel like people, you know, they watch shows for action, but I really appreciated the story, and it really connected to the soul. If you were watching and really listening, if you were really watching and really listening, like it should have reached especially of the older community. Like I'm 41, so I feel like it really should have connected with it. If we had fucked up family upbringings and things like that, I feel like this episode really should have connected if you really took the time to watch and take it in for what it was. It was truth telling. And if you did not initially watch it and come to that conclusion, I hope that my assessment and breaking it down will enlighten you a little to be like, damn, yeah, that thing was a little deeper than what it first appeared. And then we get to what I like to call is children carrying burdens and secrets of parents and grandparents. I think that was it was like a whole nother element to the show, basically. Like you've all done it. You've had to hide a mom or a dad cheating. You've seen something you just wasn't supposed to see. And it's like, man, you can't even say nothing. And it happened twice in here. So I'm going to start with Kanan grandma, man. She's suffering in silence with cancer with 3 able-bodied kids. It was heartbreaking. I was like, damn, like, sheesh. But when you sit back, and I sat back and I was like, wow. Like, I just felt like that moment with that, it nailed it. It nailed it because we don't want to burden family with our problems. It's crazy. And that's just that we do that in the black community. As soon as you turn 18, you're ready to put your kids out the house. You don't want to bring any of your problems to anyone else because it's like now they have to help and reach out and step out too much. But it's like, damn, man, y'all's mom is dying of cancer and nobody knew. Nobody knew. And then this is where Kanan now is carrying the burden. Now he's young. He's what, 16? I'm seeing that Jukebox is driving. So they got to be about 16, maybe 16ish, 17ish at the most. And it's like, you don't want to burden your children who are able-bodied grown adults, but you will burden the child with that information. And then you can't tell anyone. Like, you want me to just sit with my grandma is dying, and I have to let that resonate in my soul. My grandma is dying. My mom don't know. My uncles don't know. And you want me to just take that in? I felt like that's a lot to ask a kid, and we got asked things like that as kids. So I just felt like that resonated with the black household, the broken black household, while we were growing up, basically. And then there's Jukebox. Burdens that children must carry, like Rock slapping an abortion secret on her niece, Jukebox. Like she took you to the clinic. You asked her how she felt about, because obviously she knew, but it was like, damn, like you just burdened Jukebox with that. It's like, Jukebox, she like, yo, you got to take this to the grave. Like, can't tell nobody how she feels. She was like, she's shocked. I remember she asked her, she's like, did you love him? So she know who the dude was and everything. Unique, like, did you love him? And she was like, when she said, I think I could have, oh man, when they see that nigga's still alive, I can't wait to see how her feelings manifest in that moment when they see that Unique is still alive. Now, I don't know if she would have still aborted that baby with him actually being alive in there, or did she abort it because he was under the assumption that he was dead? And that's going to be the interesting twist on everything. Would she have done it if he was alive and well? But overall, like I said, with the Jukebox carrying a Rock secret, Kanan having to carry the grandma secret, it's like we get burdened with the plight of our parents and grandparents young, and we carry a lot of it, and often we don't know how to deal with it. Like, so you just got to put these big feelings are bestowed upon us, and we don't often know how to deal with it. And sometimes it just comes out in rage because you're holding something else in. So something has to come out towards something else. And then there was another part that I kind of, Unique's homie, I don't know that boy name either. The one that picked him up at the phone booth and is basically nursed him back to health. Basically, like, him telling him to lay low and explain, like, this is when you have to just step back and, like, you gotta sometimes just listen to your people, man. He telling them to lay low. He's like, but right now you have the gift of death. Like, imagine that, bro. You have the gift of death right now. Everyone thinks you're dead. Why do you want to come out here in a ball of flame? Chill. Like, I feel like this is where the whole be a ghost comes in at, baby. You be a ghost right now. Why do you want to come out like that? Like, chill. He told him to utilize it, basically. And Unique ready to slide on everybody. Raquel, Kanan, he ready to slide on the whole damn family. And it's crazy because it's all a misunderstanding. Even when this boy is talking to him, he was like, man, like, I could see some of it being, but it could be, you could be jumping the gun right here, because it's like, you only looking at it a certain way. Yeah, they came up, but Rock did say she was kind of done and everything. So I don't know. It was a great episode to me, man. what did y'all think? Leave some comments down below. Let me know what y'all think. I'm probably gonna do this is the first time I've just felt like I want to be able to talk about this episode and see what we get into. So y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. What y'all think? How y'all feel about the episode? Did y'all like it? Did you view it different before I broke it down to what I made out of it? Did you see it any different? Did you like it? Was it boring? All right, and we'll be back. What's it gonna be, the 14th? So we got a couple of days. I was like, let me make sure I get this out before the new one come out. So I'll be episode for episode. I'll probably start doing these to actually the night of, or at least the day that I actually watch it. That way it's like super fresh. So like I said, I made notes on this one because I'm gonna definitely get to it. My channel is a reaction channel. I break down lyrics to music. So it was like I kind of do the same thing when I watch TV. I try to turn whatever I'm watching into how does it catapult into real life. Did this actually happen? Oh, let me speak to something else. The cell phone. I'm in a little Raising Kanan group, and there was people talking about the cell phone. It's like, you have to realize, back then, at this time, cell phones had addresses and numbers on the phone. So they're like, well, how did he know where he was? It's fictional. It's fictional. Like I said, it went back in the story. It didn't give you every little piece of conversation, every little detail. It was basically give you a synopsis over what happened to get us here. All right? Y'all can really enjoy the show if you watch the show for what it is. Stop trying to spin it into your own shit, man. All right? I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. One family. Peace.